Hi, Vancouver Opera. My name is Luka Kawabata, and I am back again with one of our alumni from the Yolanda M. Ferris Young Artist Program with Vancouver Opera, the one and only Scott Rumble.
Yay!
You're here,
I
and
did it!
you accomplished the feats of technology. But we are chatting from across the country. I obviously am in Vancouver, and you are in Woodstock, Ontario.
That's right.
So, okay, tell me, Scott, after spending 4 or 5 years in Vancouver,
Yeah, 5 years.
yeah, what are the top three differences between Vancouver and Woodstock?
Number one, the size.
Mm.
Uh, Definitely Woodstock is very small. We have about 50,000 people now. We're growing.
Mhm.
Climate. We get a lot of snow here right now, especially. Piles up pretty high.
Southern Ontario.
Oh yeah, Southern Ontario living.
Yeah.
Uh, the humidity is like insane here.
Yeah.
It's great. The community is a little different in terms of like it's so close knit. I find here in Woodstock, like I'll walk downtown and people just talk to me and things like that. And Vancouver, it's so hustle and bustle kind of thing. You're just like go go go.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I
There's
was
a whole thing in Vancouver about people like not making eye contact.
oh yeah, it's like this. And so I'm very much used to that kind of thing still. And then people are just like, hello.
Yeah.
And he's like, hi. And the last thing I would say is just the idea of like it's the scope of it all, like how like the buildings and everything like that. Like here it's so set in history. Like we have all our original historical buildings still
Mhm.
built. So it's less modern, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Quaint living.
Quaint. I love that. It's the perfect word. Very Hallmark, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
it is very Hallmark.
So you were in Vancouver not long ago for the als Steuermann in Die Fliegende Holländer.
Yeah.
Do you have any suggestions or a favorite restaurant in Vancouver from your time here?
Ooh. Oh goodness. I don't even know if it's still open, but when I was there, my favorite place to go was this British diner just down the street from where I lived during my time at UBC, especially.
Mhm.
And I think it was literally just called the British Diner. And I would go there for like a full English breakfast for like $10. It was amazing.
Oh,
And the people there were so fun and caring. It was this two older couples that owned the place and they definitely took care of you. It was
yeah,
so nice.
yeah. So, okay, so opera in itself is larger than life, kind of suspension of reality. I know a little bit about you, and I'm going to make a little parallel about your interests and opera.
Yes.
What anime, in your opinion, would make the best opera?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, oh, this could go so many ways. All right. So I would say, oh, geez, they're all so good. I would think there's two that come to mind right away. One being Vinland Saga,
Mm,
just because of the size and scope of it is like it would be like huge ensemble numbers and like these like introverted monologue-esque arias,
mhm,
or in a similar vein, Death Note. I
mm,
think could be a very good opera with like the inner turmoils of everything going on there, the darker side of everything, and
yeah.
yeah, I think that could be a really good one.
Yeah, I feel like Vinland Saga is very on brand for like the kind of music that I see you singing a lot too. Just what I imagine, what I extrapolate from like what I know about the source material.
Yeah, very fair, very fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very German in style, I
Scandinavian.
suppose.
Exactly. Do you have any roles that you have on your bucket list to perform or operas to see as well?
Oh, uh, a bucket list role that I would love to do at some point is Apollo and Daphne by Strauss.
Mhm.
Um, Not boom ba ba Strauss, but the fun epic Strauss in that regard. Uh, and yeah, Apollo is just this character comes out in Straussian tenor form, screams his face off for a bit, and then is like, "Great."
Yeah. I mean this in the best way, but I can see you doing that absolutely. Coming out and screaming your face off. And okay, on a opposite note, what is one of your favorite roles that you would never get cast as?
Oh my gosh. I think oh, it's always one of those trickster dudes like Figaro and Barbara Seville, those kinds of characters, or Figaro and Notte di Figaro, like the same Figaro kind of character. Like those guys have so much fun on stage,
Yeah.
and it's definitely something I could, or like those buffo bass roles in
Mm.
Rossini are just so fun to watch,
Yeah.
and I wish I could do those.
Yeah. Well, that's when you just need to produce your own like um, gender bent, what the fuck kind of production of it, and then there's no rules.
Exactly, that's true. That's very true. Yeah.
So, other than classical music, what kind of music do you listen to regularly?
I listen to a lot of K-pop. That's definitely up there, you know. Love My Twice.
Mhm.
It's great. I've been listening to um oh gosh, I just was like listening to the album during my workout today. Uh it is eh, Polyphia. Polyphia is great. Nice basically just guitar kind of stuff. And I've been really into um this band called I Monster, which is very chill, laid back kind of vibey music.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. You mentioned that you just got back from a workout,
Yes.
and I know that that has kind of been a concentration of yours over the last few years. How would you say that your fitness journey has influenced or added to your experience as an artist?
Well, I've found that I'm just way more in tune with what my body is doing,
Mhm.
so I can like feel my singing technique a lot better, and like
Mm.
the the physicality I can give on stage is a lot more than what I was able to do before,
Mhm.
especially like there were times before where I was having like really bad back problems and
Mhm.
things like that, and those have pretty much vanished now. And so I have a lot more freedom on stage and with my singing, I'm finding
Cool.
just having this nice connection.
Yeah. Shout out to Weightlifting Tenor for anyone who hasn't checked it out already.
Oh my gosh, he knows.
So, how do you balance your life as a musician and your life outside of music?
Well, I try and keep myself pretty rigid to like a normal working hours kind of thing.
Mhm.
So like I try to do all my music learning and things like that from like almost a 9 to 5 kind of thing, but not really nine, like later than that.
Mhm.
But I set hours for that, and then the time outside of that is my time to enjoy whatever I want to do, hang out with friends, watch movies, go out, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I balance it all. Is I just try to keep myself strict during the weekdays, and then the rest of the time is mine to enjoy.
Yeah. Setting healthy boundaries.
Yeah,
So I have one more question for you, but before we do that, I wanted to ask you if you have any upcoming projects that you want to plug, where we can find you online, and where your upcoming engagements will be.
sure. So my next upcoming stuff is I'm part of a new opera being put on at Opera de Montreal called La Reine Garçon. I am covering the role of René Descartes, the lovely French philosopher. And that's coming up in January, February. Then off to Toronto to do opera and concerts La Battaglia di Legnano, where I sing the role of Arrigo, I believe. And it's a very nice, very early Verdi piece, super fun. And there's possibly some other things in the future.
Very mysterious. Busy tenor.
A busy tenor. Oh yes, and you can find me online easily at Scrumbles91, Scrumbles with a Z on Instagram.
Branded,
that's right.
So before we leave, I first of all want to thank you, Scott. It is amazing for our community of Vancouver Opera to see how the Yolanda M. Ferris Young Artist Program has benefited its alumni, and to see where they are going and reconnect with them again, especially since you just came back for the Flying Dutchman last season.
Yeah.
But before we go, I want to ask you, what is the best part of life as a performer?
Oh, the best part of life as a performer. I want to say it's just the people you get to spend your time with and work with and build that friendship and community together. I just have the most fun with everybody that I work with. And a lot of times, especially going back to Vancouver, I get to see a lot of my friends and just kind of be a goofball and enjoy that side of not I take my work seriously, but it's just nice to know I can have fun in it and people are there to also have fun doing it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think you have that support network that you can relax and be yourself without and you know that people know who you are at your core.
Yeah, they know what I'm about.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was amazing reconnecting with you, Scott, and letting our Vancouver Opera community see where you have and where you're going. So we will see you soon, and all the best.
Thank you.